congratulations on the second season of SkyMed. What's that
Thank
been
you.
like kind of building up to this and getting to come back and work with this cast and crew again?
It's actually been what an adventure. I mean, you're here you are, post COVID. Um, you jump on this show that's like, it's new. Like it was the first season that they were filming at the time. So you have ideas of what it might be like, and then you actually go there and do it. And it was like I was only at the end of season one, right? So it was like one episode. But even in that short time, I was like, this is such a great crew. It's such a great cast. Everyone gets along so well. Like I really hope I get to work with them again. And we take a little bit of a break, and there comes season two, and I'm now a series regular. So what a journey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just really happy to come back for season two. And when a character is introduced so briefly, there's very little to tell about that character yet. And so in that break, I feel like they really got to know me quite a bit, and we got to put a lot of that on the show, which has been really exciting to see moments of my life make it onto a TV show.
Definitely. And I know you said you were
Yeah.
only in like one or two episodes the first season. Now you're series regular. What is the mindset like kind of going from not being sure if your character was going to be on for a while to now getting to build this character and, as you said, create the character with the crew?
Oh yeah. It's completely different. I think in season two I came back with a lot more excitement about what's to come. I mean, you don't know everything that's gonna happen, but you're like, whoa, this is really, you get to partake in that collaborative process even more once you're like, this is a season arc for this show. So yeah, I think there was a lot of excitement. I think maybe if the situations, I mean, if it was a different cast or crew, I might have felt a little bit intimidated, perhaps, or like I would think that I might feel intimidated, but just the reaction from everybody once they heard that I was coming back in that position, and the way like we hung out a little bit in Toronto before we went to film the show, and we celebrated, coming back to it, and then we also would hang out once we started filming in North Bay, even through the cold and all of that. So I think I really just felt very welcomed, and that obviously really helped remove any sort of anxiety about like, am I going to do okay? Am I going to fit in? And then just really focus on the work and focus on making this like a really interesting character and someone that I could be proud of.
Yeah, for sure. And this whole
Yeah.
cast and crew seems very close from what you've said and also on social media. But have you guys possibly talked about what you would want to see for season three and what your hopes are for maybe your character arc specifically?
Yeah, you know what? I think every time any of us has like a joke or an idea or something they notice, we all scream out like season three, like just just to see, we're like, there's always that possibility. You never know where it's gonna go. I think we all personally are like, oh, what if this happened? What if that happened? But we're also very down to just go where it takes us and just see what the writers have cooked up, and all that kind of stuff. And we have some amazing writers on the show, and they've really been able to include so much, in representation and so much character and different personalities. And you have all this medley of characters that just like end up meeting up in the north, and they all come from all these different places. So it's really quite interesting. We're always excited to see what the next chapter and story is.
Yeah, and the energy you're giving is so positive. I'm wondering, do you have
Great.
a favorite moment or memory or one that sticks out in your head from this set?
From the set, I mean, there's an episode that just came out on Sunday in Canada, but people have probably seen clips of it online. And it was a volleyball scene that we were doing out in the snow. There's about six of us from the cast that were in that scene, and it was a mix of excitement and like curiosity about how this was gonna go, because we're literally stripped down to our underwear. So I would say that was probably one of my favorite memories on the set, just because it was such a collaborative process from both the people like on the cast in front of the camera and behind the camera. there really needed to be a system for us to be able to go out in this freezing cold and do all the things we needed to do and then warm up and then come back. And but we all like really fed into that energy and fed into like, let's go, we can do it, this is exciting. And those are the things that make it stand out when you're working on a show like that.
I was gonna say, not many people get to say that they're an actor, but they also got to go out in the freezing cold and play.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, both in this season and last season, my first day on set, I had to operate a very specific piece of equipment, like a vehicle that I had never heard of before. So, like season two is like a massive, like Argo, which is like a big snowmobile that fits like a few people. And I had never even like been on a snowmobile before, let alone a tank. So yeah, stuff like that you get to do when on a show that's set up north and you're saving lives.
What else could you ask for?
Yeah, literally.
But if you personally could describe this season as a whole in 3 words, what would they be?
Oh my God. The first word I said ahead of the season when I was talking to the showrunner was juicy. So I'm
Okay.
definitely using that. It's very juicy. Um, it's thrilling. It's like there's so many, like I read someone's comment online this week and it was like the way that people get hurt up in the north is just insane. So there's always that element of like, how is the next patient gonna get hurt? How is, what's that story gonna be like? So yeah, very thrilling and flirty, probably. It's a very
Oh,
flirty season. Yeah.
and I want to talk more about you. Do you have, obviously, you're celebrating this release, but do you have any future projects that you could hint at or talk about?
Yeah, I mean, the current project that I've undertaken is moving to LA. So I had been in
That is a big
Toronto for the
project.
last, oh yeah, it's a project in and of itself, and it's still, actually am 10 days in. So I moved to LA like 10 days ago. But I had spent the summer here as well. So it's like I got really excited about coming and then I actually came. But I had been in Toronto for the last 7 years, and I really enjoyed that chapter of my life. And I had been in Montreal before that, and I had been in Syria, so a lot of like all over the globe. And so Los Angeles, for a lot of reasons, felt like it would be the place that I would want to go to. And yeah, I'm excited to grow my body of work out here as well. Like, there's a lot of things that are in the works and a lot of things that are happening that I'm really, really excited about. And me being here just expands those possibilities even more. Yeah.
Definitely. Sounds like you're keeping busy.
Oh, yeah.
But what is it like for you to be able to promote this show, especially with the strike that's still going on? Because I know a lot of actors aren't as lucky as others when it comes to promotion with projects that are coming out now.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like it's been challenging, I'm not gonna lie. It's been just because we have a lot of friends in the industry that are on the American side, like both writers and actors that have had to not be able to work for this long and also not be able to promote their projects. So a lot of things, a lot of thought process came into how and where and to what extent to promote a show that we're working on right now. And these things are kind of legally complicated in the sense of like there's different unions and different contracts, and what allows me to promote a show is different than what doesn't allow someone that's part of the striking unions to promote them. um but yeah, no, it's I'm excited that we do get to talk about the show that we all shared and put so much passion into and stuff like that. So the fact that we're very grateful and very lucky to be able to do that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you guys deserve to celebrate.
Thank you.
But yeah, thank you so much for your time. It was so great talking to you, and congratulations on everything again.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. That was a lovely chat.